So this is a very special video that I'm shooting here today, guys. I'm actually sitting down, can you believe it? For the first time in I think a year. Since I started doing videos about things to do around Houston, I have not sat down. I love standing up when I do content, but this one is a little bit different. I'm taking this video as a challenge because I have never had to do one fragrance out of my entire collection. But before we get into that, I went to go pick up food today, and the guy at the restaurant told me, he said, "Hey man, you look like Bun B." I said, "What?" He said, "Man, yeah man, at first glance you look like Bun B." I just say, man, take these. You might need them more than I do. What is up, my fragrant people? Come on in, and for those who can see that I don't look like Bun B, close the door. Hey, shout out to Bun B, that's my guy right there. UGK for life, baby. Hit that like button on your way in, guys, because today I was given a challenge by 87 Hazel Eyes, and he asked me if I can only pick one, and I quote, one and only one fragrance out of my entire collection that I would wear right now. What would I pick? You know, I'm assuming that he meant something that's extremely versatile, can go with me through 4 seasons. He's also from Texas, so he knows that it can get very hot. And not only that, very, very humid, especially here in Houston. So fragrances and fragrance selections are very, very crucial to me. And it's taken me decades to learn how to wear the right fragrances at the right time for the right situations. It has literally taken me 4 days, guys. I have gone over my fragrances in my head. So 87 Hazel Eyes, shout out to you, man, because you really challenged me on this one. The criteria were, it had to be very pleasing to me. To me first, this fragrance has to be something that I look forward to wearing. It has to be long lasting. That means it has to last on my skin and or clothes for 8 hours or more. It had to have some touch of sweetness somewhere in there. Not super sweet, but it had to have enough sweetness because that brightens my day. And then number 4, it needs to have a masculine touch to it. It can be unisex, but it needs to lean a little masculine if I'm gonna wear it every day. And then at the very end, and this normally is at the top of my list, but at the very end of this fragrance, it has to get compliments from women. I go out with women, so I like for women to like the way I smell. If a fragrance that I love it, I like to wear it, but it doesn't get compliments, or on the other end, it gets negative attention and someone says, "Hey, I don't like the way that smells," or "You smell like somebody," then honestly, it really weighs on how I wear it or when I wear it. So the final 3 that made it into the countdown today, guys, as of lunchtime, and I just chose the winner here about 3 hours ago. The final 3 were from Givenchy, is Gentleman Reserve Privé. This fragrance, guys, masculine, not unisex at all. This is all masculinity. It is a little boozy. It has that ambery feel to it. It has a dark feel to it. It has a slight spice in there. Man, this fragrance is so good. Out of all 3, this has the least amount of longevity. Now this fragrance, I'm barely eking out 8 hours now. I've had this bottle for a while since it came out and kept it cool, kept it in a very dark place, and it has actually started to perform better over the last few months, and I have gotten good performance. So a very good, with a touch of sweetness in there, very good fragrance, guys. The next one is from Initial Parfums Privés, is Paragon. This one, guys, is a photorealistic plum, woody, aromatic fragrance that dries down with a nice sandalwood, adds a little bit of creaminess in there. This one is unisex, leaning a little touch masculine, has a slight touch of metallic in there. Everything that I love in a fragrance. The performance here is the best out of these 3. This fragrance lasts me all day and into the night. I never have to reapply anything from Initial Parfums or the sister house Parfums de Marly. This fragrance is beautiful. And the next one is from the house of Armani, and this is Armani Code Absolute. Now this one, guys, very smooth, very creamy, and has a metallic note up top. A vanilla, oh man, sweetened up with a little bit of tonka bean, has a little bit of ambery vibe, little slight touch of woods, and man, this fragrance is all masculine to me. This is actually in the middle as far as masculinity. This lasts on my skin all day. I can hit this thing 10 times and it develops so well on my skin. Year round, I can wear this. So a vanilla based male fragrance that is wonderful to wear, gives compliments like crazy, but it also lifts my mood. But there can only be one, right? 87 Hazel Eyes, there can only be one through these 3. And so, although I'm wearing an Armani shirt, I gotta put Armani to the side. He didn't make it, all right? Next up is Givenchy, all right? I love Reserve Privé, and if you guys have watched my videos around the winter time and things like that, you know that I love wearing this. This is masculinity in a bottle. I've always said with that little top hat, man, dress it up, dress it down, versatile, but not as versatile as the Paragon. And the winner is Paragon. If I had to choose one fragrance out of my entire collection to wear year round, versatility, I love wearing it. It still has an edge to it. It's daring. To be my signature scent, it would be from Initial Parfums Paragon. This fragrance, guys, is just a masterfully blended fragrance. All right, it is a modern masterpiece in my book, and the name Paragon even represents the benchmark for men's fragrances. I love the photorealistic plum. I love the woodiness in here, and the dry down still keeps a little bit of that sweetness. This does everything that I want in a fragrance. Now, yes, it is perfect for cool weather, so it's perfect for fall, and it'll go into winter, but I've also been wearing it in summer. For example, today it got up to 104 here in Houston. Humidity was insane, just crazy, but this was my fragrance of the day, and it stood out. I got a compliment going to FedEx actually to drop something off. Running errands, I wore this. I dressed it down. I've worn a suit with this. I've also worn a sport jacket with a button-down shirt with dress jeans on this and some loafers. This thing can be dressed all the way up and can be dressed all the way down. A modern masterpiece, and my choice for the best fragrance in my collection right now that does everything the way I want it to do it. It doesn't do one thing perfectly, it just hits all of my boxes. Came down out of hundreds of fragrances to Initial Parfums Privés Paragon. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I didn't want to keep you for long, but I wanted to make sure I knocked that out. Guys, what is your fragrance? Out of all the fragrances that you guys have, and I know my viewers and my subscribers have a lot of fragrances, and you guys have a lot of stuff that I don't have, what would you choose as your one fragrance? And hey, 87 Hazel Eyes, you never said what your fragrance is. Hey man, put that down in the comment section. I hope you're watching this video. I'm gonna try to tag you in this. I hope you see it. But either way, guys, hey, thank you guys so much for watching my video. Make sure you hit that like button on your way out. Subscribe to the channel and send this to somebody that loves this type of content. But either way, until the next video, keep smelling good.